Hey, Brick. So I wasn't done with your reading, so we're gonna get right back into it. Um, I actually got a message too. I wanted to tell you, be aware of like false twin flames. So what's gonna happen is, and what a lot of people's running into the energy of, people like reflect the ideals, the idea, right? Ace of Wands, the ideals of what we want, right? And it's like hidden from us that they're watching and studying you because they understand what you like or what it is that attracts you to them or makes them attractive even to anyone, right? So with that being said, it's like the energy that's coming across is, and I understand too that this is happening in like a bigger sense of like the 5D and like other dimensions where souls are being attracted to light right now. So like people are being really attracted and pulled into a lot of people's like positive energy. And because of that, they can like almost put themselves up to be more than what they are. It's almost like a facade, but it's like a calculated or a studied kind of thing. Um, and that's what I get too with like, be careful with getting all your wishes right now, because people will come across to be like, I almost want to say the chivalry or that knight in shining armor. Like it's a weird energy what I'm trying to explain, but it's like they're basically that ideal of the, I want to say even Captain Save-A-Ho. Like that type of energy is coming in right now. And it's like the second you fall for the plot, it's going to lead to a lot of like mental shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's like reliving traumas, like having to like circle back because you just went through some shit that you've been through before. But it's like been through almost in an accumulative state where it's like all of the lessons, all of the teachings that you gained from other experiences. You don't want to experience that all in one person, you know? And it's like, what I'm trying to say is because it's like, it's going to be that much more like the heartache is going to be in the center of it. It's going to be that much more damaging is what I'm trying to say. And maybe that's even what's being hidden here too. Is like almost, I don't want to say putting all your eggs in one basket, but like almost like not seeing that something's coming in too quickly. It's almost like being too good, things being too good to be true is that energy, right? So be careful of that. Be careful of like almost people coming across too good. And I know like it's like we're all skeptical, but I feel like somebody's gonna get get you to lower your barrier, because it's like, and this is fucking me up because I know you can see this right now. This is all swords. Like this is literally all swords, except for the high priestess again, the keeper of knowledge, the keeper of hidden secrets. And even with that, she's sitting on the moon. The moon is illusions. The moon is like the darkness, the light and darkness, right? The moon also represents the femininity, the divine feminine, right? I get a lot of mother energy with this too. So I almost want to say something. I don't know. It's giving me something with your mother. Like, I don't know if they're going to resemble your mother. Something there. Something with your mother. Maybe like they will resemble your mother when she was younger, something like that. So that would be almost interesting because it's like when they look like you, if that was the case, like, you know what I mean? So will it be almost like looking in the mirror? Because these two look at their complexions and stuff and their hair. Do you get what I'm trying to say? She's like the aged, older version of her with the afro and all of that, like from when she was younger. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I see somebody coming in with really big hair. I don't know if your mother used to wear, like, big hair when she was younger, but, like, that's the energy. Yeah. I'm not going to make this video too much more longer. I just want to pull a couple more cards because of that second part of the message that I got. I can't lie. I keep seeing like all these shards behind her, glass shards. And it's funny because I mentioned like the spilling wine. Like, I don't know if it's glass like a glass dropping and spilling, and the red wine, right? Red wine. I don't know where that comes from. Anyway, but this also, what I wanted to say is crystals. Keep your crystals close to you. I would put a crystal, like, if you, like, put a crystal in your purse, put a crystal in your jacket, put a crystal in your pocket of your pants. Like, have yourself a collection of protection, right? Because you're going to be drawing off the energies of those crystals, and they're also going to be healing different points in your chakra and in your aura. Because I almost feel like there's a hole somewhere here. There's a hole somewhere here, and I'm just even being drawn to the rain, which is crying, storms, like a storm of emotions. Something caused like a storm of feelings, or like something came in and flooded your emotions. And I keep saying that because look at how she's looking directly at it, right? It's going to cause you to look at something. Look it directly in the eye. And there may be a lot of tears from that. But again, I feel like it's also going to be a lot of respect. It's almost like something you're going to find out is going to have you looking at somebody with a different eye, or looking at somebody differently. Or maybe even, and then I break the deck and I get the Three of Swords again. Maybe this is like, because Three of Swords with the Pentacle is like something not getting off to the start that you wanted, or maybe not getting the offer that you wanted. And this is a love reading, so maybe somebody didn't present themselves the way that you would have imagined. Nine of Swords. Yo, this is a completely different fucking deck. You see this, right? More swords. Nine of Swords. This is nightmares, mental torment. No crying over spilled milk was what I just heard. You see the spilled milk here at the bottom? Can't be crying over spilled milk. So why am I saying that? I'm saying that because it's like, this is that partying, celebration, abundance. Like, and I feel like you're going to get back to this state. You're going to be back in this state of like the three amigos, the kicking it, chilling, like vibing, like what am I trying to say? You're going to get back to this state of everything being up, right? Because right now, everything feels so damn down. But understand, this is an extreme and this is an extreme. You need to be in the middle. You need to be somewhere in between here. Because you're not always going to have everybody popping bottles, everything being great, money in the air, time of our lives. Like, you know what I mean? Not everything's going to be like that. And I feel, with the moon, I feel like this is an illusion. Thinking that like, and I don't feel like you do even think that, but it's like, it may be an illusion that somebody else had when it came to love. And it created some sort of like imbalance because it wasn't reciprocal. Like, in a sense of, they weren't like dealing with the same realities you were. And I'm also seeing sparks flying. So it's like, it creates a lot of sparks to fly. Or maybe because you could be so free spirit, somebody else is really structured. And it's like, they gave you the illusion maybe, or they gave you the perception that like they were a lot more, I feel like you were dealing a lot with somebody's shadow aspects. In person, or in a party, in a group setting, they're one way, but when they came home, or like when it was just one-on-one contact, you got a completely different person. Like a completely different, it was almost like nightmares. Things would turn into nightmares or some shit. Like, I don't know what this energy is. I keep trying to tell you, be careful of the next person that comes into your life. Like, I don't like this energy at all, to be honest. And that's what I guess is like trippy about it, because it's like, it's gonna look good on paper. Like, this is gonna be like the it's up, you know? Like, this person's gonna have a lot to offer, but it's like, and it's that Empress too. They're gonna be sitting on their throne. This shit's gonna cause nightmares. And it's like, no crying over spilled milk. I feel like you're gonna look at what all was invested and it wasn't reciprocal. But that's weird, because it's like, why would you? And with the moon, So it's hidden. It's not, but that's why I was trying to say too, it's like ulterior motives. And I don't want you to be like kind of like, you don't want to look at people like that. Like you don't want to, you have to still have your heart open when it comes to any situation, whether you've been hurt before. And maybe that's the message here. And keep your crystals just for that reason, right? Even wear like a necklace, wear a crystal necklace if you have one, just to keep something to cleanse your heart. You can't let situations where it's like it's led to disappointment, it's led to like nightmares or late nights or even drinking, like late nights drinking, I'm even getting. Because it's like it'll drive out a nature that it's like it's the spirit of things. It's the spirit of the thing that it's being drawn to the shadow aspect where it's more of a lower vibration is what I'm trying to say. And you take that as it resonates. But I'm not saying alcohol is bad. I'm not saying like going out or doing like living life. I'm not saying none of that stuff is bad. Everything has a limit or has a boundary or has a certain point to where it becomes excessive. Like I said, on that scale, either you're not doing it or you're doing too much of it. It's like you need to be somewhere in the middle. So it's like you never really, I'm not saying anything is like, what I mean by low vibration is it's taking you out of your frequency. It's taking, and then when you're out of your frequency, that's when you'll start to notice imbalances in yourself. And for you, your first imbalance is your mental. You're all in your head. I could barely talk right now. Like, I feel like it's like it'll get you so emotional where it'll get you to a state of not wanting to speak or like closed off or something. Something's closing off. The moon and the Empress. Yo, what is going on? I just heard that on the TV. What is going on? And then the Chariot's back here again too. I just keep getting the fast movement of something. For one, something's going to move extremely quickly. Like I'm telling you, this may even be in the next like day or two. Like where like Christmas, right? A situation comes in where you're around family or friends or like kicking it with something or someone and like new love just pops in around the corner just because you've been asking for it kind of thing. But be careful what you ask for is the energy here. So sanctity, satire. Isn't that like, because that's giving me like that, what is it called? A sitcom. That's what it's giving me. Like the sitcom, like it's like, and it's funny because I feel like you would need your own TV show for the drama. But it's like that reality television. It's like almost like your lifestyle is about to become like an episode of that. Where like people are really going to look to it as like a definition of something or like how they view things based off of how they perceive it like in the relationship, if that makes sense. Like it's like a lot of people, it's almost like a reference is what I'm getting, because people don't understand it but they use media as like their point of reference. So, and that's funny too because it's a celebration and a parade. So celebration, right? And they're celebrating a lot here. I get pregnancy with this and a mother. I kept telling you that, yo, I can't make this shit the fuck up. We have the High Priestess back out again. And this is calling to that taking spiritual baths, trusting your intuition, nurturing yourself, listening to what you're being told and following your instincts. She's here. She's here to talk about it. This is the lighting the candles, speaking to your ancestors, and figuring out some shit because there's clarity here with the sun. I just got like, is somebody still talking to their baby daddy? Like if somebody is like has a kid, they're still with their kid's father. Like, that's the energy I'm getting to. I don't know. Yeah. Like, the gourmet chef, eating, always going out to eat. So someone here is like, and I almost got to, like, they're really attracted to people that can cook. Like, they like a good cook. And I feel like whoever, it's like somebody of the past was a really good cook. And she's sitting here, like, and it's the way that these cards are placed. I don't know if you can necessarily see this. I be trying to, get these angles together. But happiness is promised, I just want to say, with the sun in abundance. This is just like a reflection. You're going to reflect, like, and that's why it's so important to be happy right now. Because it's like, especially when you're manifesting things into your life, like, you have to be, it can't be from a hurt place. The more, because it just shows that you haven't learned that lesson. You're holding on to it. You haven't released this stuff yet. Can we talk about old money here? That's what she's looking like. With all these goddamn swords. What is going on? But this is changing. This is changing of mental. So, like, your mental conflicts are changing. That mind game, feeling like people playing games on you, feeling like people have upper hand on you, like feeling like, not even like, maybe even trusting, like having some sort of blind spot, or like the lottery, like things could just be by chance, like you're just taking chances on shit. All of that energy is about to leave, because I almost feel like you do need to take a chance, but it's like, take a chance on love. Take a chance on, like, actually opening your heart up to new experiences. Take a chance on nurturing yourself. Do it to yourself first. Like, you're not gonna know what kind of love to look for unless you're, like, really doing it for you and, like, seeing it through you. And because it's like, hey, I know what I got to offer. I know what I'm doing. I know where I see myself going. That's how you can, like, get your energy where it's, like, at a place where it's only going to rise when you meet the right person that sparks something in you. You guys will feed off of each other. It'll be like a give and take without even having to think about it, right? But when somebody is not on a frequency as high as yours, when you go to mesh with theirs, they're taking from you. Your frequency gets lower. Your self-worth gets lowered. You're thinking too much about things. It's like all the mental, that PTSD, like the stress, the anxiety, all these different things start to manifest in different ways. They start to come out because you're no longer aligned. And I'm not saying people are low frequency, but people can bring you out of your frequency is what I'm basically trying to get at. And frequency is a vibration. It's literally like all of the moving parts of you that are spinning, but like doing it at such a rate that you can't see it, but it's happening still. All those bouncing pieces of you and that create vibrations, people pick them up and people feel them. And when you walk into a room, you can magnetize folks just based off of like the electricity around you. So please understand that people see what you're worth. And a lot of people feed off a light, especially when they're in a dark place themselves. So I want to say that where it's almost like, don't chalk up somebody else's pain to be a reflection of what you did. And we're just going to leave it at that. New love is looking real sus right now. Only because it's like, if this isn't the energy you're carrying, could you imagine this is their energy and they're still caught up on the X here? Somebody's still like really wounded, and it's going to take a lot of like releasing a lot of different things to be in a space where like this would advance to something more. Because what's interesting too is like these are like two of the highest cards in the deck when it comes to like she's spiritually aware and she possesses everything in the physical. So it's like this would be a perfect dynamic. Like, don't get me wrong, but like why would there be all this mental confusion and heartache? Like, you know what I mean? So just a very interesting dynamic, but I hope this helps and love you as always. Take care. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas and all that. And hopefully I'll talk to you before the new year. So take care of it. Bye.